What's up, guys? Justin from Real World Strength. We're back with another Quick Tip Tuesday and eating for your body type. So 2 weeks ago, I went over 4 main tips that everybody needs to follow regardless of what body type you have. Last week, I went over people like me in the stick figure classification of people, the ectomorphs. And this week, we are going on the opposite end of the spectrum, the endomorphs. So what is an endomorph? We're looking at people with very thick skeletons, so very thick bones and joints, tend to have longer torsos and shorter limbs. So for really good examples of people with endomorphic frames, look at elite level weightlifters. So like Ilya Ilyin, I mean, he's not like fat or anything, but he's just very thick boned and he's built like a fire plug. And also more like classical endomorph, Hossein Rezazadeh, one of the best super heavyweight lifters ever. That dude is huge. It's just like, he's a big dude, but he clean and jerks like over 550 pounds, I think. So the guy is just monstrously strong. And endomorphs tend to be very naturally strong. They tend to thrive in the lifting of heavy things. That's like their jam. But when it comes to moving their own body weight, they are going to be miserable, as a rule. So how is an endomorph going to eat? Well, it's just the exact opposite of an ectomorph. So an ectomorph tends to be higher carbohydrate tolerance, faster metabolism, so they need more calories, and they're generally going to require more carbs. It's also very easy for ectomorphs to lean out and very difficult for them to gain muscle and strength. Endomorphs, you turn that on its head. Very easy for them to gain muscle and strength. They just look at a barbell and they get jacked. But it's extraordinarily hard for them to lean out and to lose weight. So we're talking a lower carbohydrate tolerance, fewer calories as a rule. Endomorphs may do better on like a ketogenic type diet, which is extremely low carbs, like less than 50 grams a day, and lots of protein, moderate amounts of fat. That just gets your body just burning fat all the time for everything. So endomorph may thrive under those circumstances. If you're in that, if you have a more or less endomorphic body type, you may want to experiment with that if you're trying to lean out. But I mean, you've got very little margin for error if that's what your goal is. And usually it is. Just like ectomorphs, the main struggle is trying to put on muscle. With an endomorph, the main struggle is trying to lose fat. So make sure that you're following the 4 steps I went over a couple weeks ago, keeping your carbs down and your calories controlled. And what they're also going to have to do a lot more of is cardio, the stuff that they hate the most. Ectomorphs have to lift a lot of heavy things. Endomorphs have to do a lot of cardio, a lot of running or a comparable low impact activity if they've got a lot of weight to lose. So those are my nutrition tips for people with more endomorphic frames, people that are thicker boned. Next week, we will go over people that are kind of in the middle of the road, people that have more of like a natural V shape, wider shoulders, narrower hips, the mesomorphs, those lucky devils. And I'll see you next time.